Welcome to Cadwell Park for the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF Tyres. Called the Mini Nürburgring, Cadwell Park is a really technical and challenging track for all of the drivers. It's over to Richard John Neal to take you through all of the Race 1 action.
Thanks, Lloyd. David Nye on pole position here with Isaac Smith alongside. Row 2, Zachary Lucas and Ryan Falconbridge. Fifth on the grid, Sam Watkins, James Waite next to him. Row 4, Jamie Going and Alistair Kellett. Then it's Jake Dawson and Joel Wrighton on row 5. Robert Stevens and Tom Hutchins next up. The grid completed by John Cooper in 13th and Marco Ricci. Starting sequence well underway. Green flag at the back of the field. 5-second board shown. Is it going to be a long wait? It's the one thing, of course, the drivers never know. David Nye in white and red on the front row of the grid. The white and blue car, super start by David Nye off the front. And look too at Ryan Falconbridge in black going up on the outside line. Coming through on the inside is Zachary Lucas, who's challenging for second place on the inside of Ryan Falconbridge. Not the best of starts for Isaac Smith from the outside of the front row. It's David Nye that leads, Lucas in second. Third place is James Waite, who's come through well. There in 66 is Joel Wrighton. So, good decent start, everybody away safely and making their way down towards the Park Straight for the first time. Sixth round of the championship this year, third event of the year, started at Silverstone, Pembrey Race 2. And it's David Nye looking for a first win of the season here at Cadwell Park, who is showing them the way round. There in the blue Zetec S is Marco Ricci. There's just been a shade away, 11th place at Pembrey, his best result of the season so far, so working his way towards the top 10, continuing to make great progress as the cars come down towards Mansfield corner. There in 54 is Jake Dawson, has had two top 10s, 8th and 7th in races 2 and 3 at Pembrey in Wales, and Dawson looking to improve on that, as indeed all the drivers are. You can come in either class now, STs or Zetec S's. In days gone by we would talk about the Class A and B cars, the classic Fiestas, which we've not seen any of this year, more's the pity. But the focus very much on the more modern shapes, and the STs still at the moment seem to be the faster cars, as evidenced by the grid you've got here. Was there contact there? Isaac Smith, I think, gave a little nudge, inadvertently I'm sure, onto the back end of the black car of Ryan Falconbridge, but Ryan seems to have recovered from that. So here they come across the line. It's David Nye, still the race leader. Isaac Smith, of course, keen to try and get past, and that wouldn't have been a deliberate touch on the back end. Thankfully, they've all come out of it unscathed by the look of it, although there might have been a loss of momentum, having said that, for Ryan Falconbridge, who is third in the standings coming here. Isaac, the championship leader, 2, 3, 4. 30 points down is James Waite in the red 17 car. James not too far away from the race leaders at the moment, so it's David Nye from Zachary Lucas in the white and orange car, then the red of James Waite. Isaac Smith again looking for fourth position and trying to challenge Ryan Falconbridge, who is there at the moment. Jamie Going in behind them. Now, as you can see, conditions have changed, and it's Isaac Smith that's come through in lead position. Zachary Lucas now second from James Waite. Then it's David Nye immediately behind, but very tricky conditions. Obviously the pace has dropped away. Zachary Lucas busy trying to close down on Isaac Smith. The fastest lap of the race when it was dry was set by Ryan Falconbridge. So Ryan with a 1:45.224, averaging just under 75 miles an hour here. There's David Nye going through up ahead of the black car of Ryan Falconbridge, 4th and 5th. Clear track back, and the next car we see is Jamie Going in white with Sam Watkins in red. Up ahead of Sam is the first of the Zetec S runners, which is Alistair Kellett. Alistair 5th in the championship coming into this round, and Alistair keenly having a look at Jamie Going. By my reckoning, Jamie the most experienced Fiesta racer in the field here at the moment. But it's been a changeable race. The drivers have coped with it pretty well by and large as we watch the lead trio climbing up the mountain here. It's fair to say at the moment, no challenges in the offing, and Isaac Smith looks like he's on his way to the checkered flag there in the 21 car. Graduate from the Fiesta Junior Championship. Sequence of results coming here. Third and first at Silverstone, a 3, a 2 and a 1 at Pembrey, and he therefore leads the championship coming here. Jamie Going still up ahead of Sam Watkins, and just ahead of them, there he is, Alistair Kellett, the leader of the 3 Zetec S's in this race. And up amongst the Fiesta STs again, Alistair Kellett, having a good run, 17-time class winner or otherwise in this championship, with 8 fastest laps to his credit, and getting on for 45 starts in the championship. Jamie Going still involved in that battle, going at the moment in 7th place as the challenge hots up from Sam Watkins, busy trying to have a go at him. We've got Tom Hutchins behind, he's in 9th. Robert Stevens completing the top 10 at the present time here. And as I said, Brian Falconbridge setting fastest lap in the dry. That's not likely to change. Oh, and a little bit of argy-bargy between the two of them. These two going at it, hammer and tongs, but it's still Jamie Going that holds on from Sam Watkins. Watkins, of course, double winner in event 2 at Pembrey, races 1 and 2, after having a write-off at the start of the first Silverstone race, which was on the 7th of April. Watkins having a good go here at Jamie Going, looks at the outside run, that's optimistic, going up towards the mountain. Doesn't work for him, but he's showing that white car in front that he is dead keen to take him past. Race win for Isaac Smith. 2nd place goes to Zachary Lucas from James Waite, but that result overturned, driving standards disqualifying the man first across the line. Zach Lucas takes the win from James Waite, David Nye, Ryan Falconbridge. Alistair Kellett next from Jamie Going, Sam Watkins, Tom Hutchins, Robert Stevens, Jake Dawson and Marco Ricci.
James, those were tough conditions out there, but congratulations on your 2nd place.
Thank you. Yeah, it was tough to start off with. I started 6th because of a penalty on previous race, but yeah, no, it was tricky conditions towards the end when it started raining, but I managed the car and come home 2nd, which was pretty good.
Yeah, well, hopefully tomorrow's going to be dry. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Thank you.
David, well done on 3rd place. Tough racing.
Yeah, rain came down a bit on the end there and got a bit slippy on the back end, so I had to back out a little bit, but yeah, the youngsters come fast, that's not a problem.
Hopefully you'll show them what to do tomorrow. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's day 2 for the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF Tyres here at Cadwell Park, and the sun is out. Zach Lucas is on pole position for this 2nd race. It's over to Richard John Neal to take you through all of the action.
Thanks very much, Lloyd. It is Zachary Lucas on pole. James Waite to his outside. Behind them, David Nye in 3rd, Ryan Falconbridge 4th, Alistair Kellett on row 3 with Jamie Going. 4th row, Sam Watkins and Tom Hutchins. Then on row 5, Robert Stevens and Jake Dawson, Marco Ricci and Joel Wrighton on row 6. Row 7 completing the grid, John Cooper and Isaac Smith. Isaac, as we saw, taking the checkered flag in race 1, but exclusion puts him to the back, so this is like a reverse grid race for him. Sadly, hasn't got the main rivals in the race near him. They're at the front. It was a long wait for the start, and away they go. Looks like a decent enough start by James Waite, Zachary Lucas. Here comes David Nye from the 2nd row, looks up the inside line. He hasn't got any wheels on the grass. 3 cars side by side at Cadwell. Well, that's what you get at Cadwell. Very well collected up by Zach Lucas, is it? Yes, it is. Zach Lucas in 2nd place, and that's what happens at Cadwell when you go 3 wide. It's a narrow track at the best of times, but the Fiesta boys getting stuck in and not afraid to race off the start. That was an incredible start. Zach Lucas has lost a little bit of a gap. The white and blue car there is Isaac Smith. We saw him have that little bit of contact with Ryan Falconbridge in race number 1, and as a result of that, possibly other issues, I'm not sure, but an exclusion, it means he starts off the back of the field. He's already picking off places, and that's going to be absolutely key for the man who was the championship leader coming into this round, but it's going to change things around in the championship because that's 50 points down the Swanee. And I don't think he'll be able to count that as a drop score either. So Isaac Smith with a huge amount of work to do. Looks on the inside run here on Jake Dawson in the grey and yellow car, and he's still trying to make it. Jake, quite correctly, not making it easy for him, giving him a race, but now Isaac's going to grab the inside line here and make the position up. So plenty of work for him to do. Probably could have done without that, Isaac Smith, but it's all now about trying to recover from that result in race number 1 for him. Through shot goes the 17 car of James Waite, who by my reckoning takes over at the head of the championship, ahead of Ryan Falconbridge. And we'll have to do some mathematics on that and just try and confirm for you. But whilst the meeting's on, no official points published, so it is down to my mental arithmetic. So bear with me on that. In this second of 3 races from Cadwell Park, the weather much better now, as you can see. And the race leader out front is David Nye. There in 7 is Sam Watkins, who had a 7th place finish in race number 1. Through goes Zachary Lucas. Running in that 3rd position. The leaders spread out. David Nye getting away with this at the moment, and obviously very comfortable around here, David Nye, having taken that podium in race number 1. He was 4th on the road but promoted to the 3rd spot in the official result. Jamie Going coming under pressure here from Sam Watkins, who has a look. He's a little bit too far back, but again, this is what we saw towards the tail end of race number 1, those two racing hard. And Isaac Smith has done exceptionally well, as you can see, and has caught those, and he's working his way up the order. His aim here is going to be, I would guess, a top 5 finish as we flick to look at Ryan Falconbridge going through. Isaac Smith busy chasing Sam Watkins here at Cadwell. Jamie Going. This is 5th position battle, Jamie Going, with the 21 car. Isaac Smith has cleared them. We were saying that Isaac was looking for top 5. He's done that. He's in 4th and challenging Ryan Falconbridge, but we're looking at Sam Watkins challenging Jamie Going for 5th place. Behind them, Robert Dawson and Joel Wrighton. A few retirements since the start of the race. We lost Tom Hutchins and Alistair Kellett on lap 2. Zachary Lucas, sadly, and John Cooper on lap 3. Rob Stevens went out on lap 5. David Nye still the race leader, fastest lap as well on lap 2. So it's David Nye leading from James Waite, and then the battle for 3rd place going on. But this is probably the closest battle on track, with 3 of them involved. Joel Wrighton could become involved too as they come through into Mansfield once again and then head up the mountain. Let's have a look and see. Well, as we always say at Cadwell, catching is one thing, passing is quite another, but it is with it. Oh, and look at this, down the inside goes the number 7 car of Sam Watkins. What an opportune move that was, past Jamie Going. I tell you what, for the race fans here, that was worth the admission. Look at the extra momentum he carried, went much wider than the other cars into the old hairpin. He really was carrying some speed as they went into the clubhouse corner, and Jamie Going now has got Jake Dawson right behind him, followed by the car of Joel Wrighton, who is in 7th place. So they're on to the last lap, and it's David Nye out front. Immediately behind David is Marco Ricci. He's going to grab a 9th place finish here. He's been aided and abetted, of course, sadly, by some retirements, but he'll take that 9th position finish. But David Nye is looking very good here. Started 3rd, super start from him down the inside. Remember that 3 wide go into the first corner at the start of this race. And David Nye looking very good, was 7th in the championship, but he's racking up some serious points now, and this is going to do his championship challenge no harm whatsoever. We watch, and there's a squeal of tyres, and it's that pair again, Ryan Falconbridge and Isaac Smith. This time have tangled. It was a tap-in race 1. Ryan Falconbridge, is he going to get going? It doesn't look like it. He's lost a shed load of places. That was for 3rd place. Meanwhile, the race win is going to go to David Nye, who takes the flag. Marco Ricci behind him will take 9th place overall. 2nd in red is James Waite. What a race it has been once again. We wait for the 3rd place car to come across the line, which in theory is going to be Isaac Smith, but the clerk of the course will have to look at what's been going on again to decide the final finishing order. Here comes Isaac Smith just ahead of Sam Watkins, In the final reckoning, Isaac was given a penalty to finish behind Ryan Falconbridge. So the order was David Nye, James Waite, Sam Watkins, Jamie Going and Jake Dawson. Joel Reiter next, Ryan Falconbridge, Isaac Smith and Marco Ricci completing the finishes in 9th place, fastest lap, going to David Nye.
David, well done on your victory. It all seemed to happen in the first couple of laps.
Yeah, got a good start. Zach and James alongside. James managed to hold it, I think, on the outside, and yeah, got away and run and hid, basically.
This is what happens with when you've got the experience. So congratulations, and hopefully more of the same this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
James, another second place. You managed to stay out of some of the trouble on the first lap.
Well, there was actually a bit of contact, to be honest, on the first corner. That was a bit tricky. I managed to stay in third, which was good. Picked off another place, managed to stay in second, and just maintain the gap from there, really.
Do you think you can catch Dave next time?
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm looking to do, so hopefully.
It's the final race of the weekend in the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF Tyres. David Nye is on pole position, and as we've seen in the previous races, anything can happen with the Fiestas. It's over to Richard to take you through what promises to be an exciting final race.
James Waite joining David Nye on the front row of the grid. Immediately behind them, Sam Watkins and Jamie Going, with Jake Dawson and Joel Reiter on row 3. Row 4, Ryan Falconbridge and Isaac Smith, who have been so close in this meeting, and it'd be interesting to see how they start. Marco Ricci and Robert Stevens on row 5, Zachary Lucas and John Cooper row 6, Alistair Kellett and Tom Hutchins on row 7. We are missing a few drivers. You can see at the back we've got John Cooper and Marco Ricci, so missing Zachary Lucas, Tom Hutchins and Alistair Kellett. And away we go. It's a good start by David Nye. Jamie Going in white from row 2, looking to try and slot in. In fact, the best start there, I think, was Sam Watkins from third on the grid, who goes through into second place on board with Isaac Smith. And there's the man in front in black who he's had the Cummings together with in both races. Is he going to make it through cleanly? He does, goes through cleanly. So Isaac Smith, who was the championship leader and picked up a 10-second penalty in race 2 for the contact on Ryan Falconbridge. Ryan, who has achieved a 4th and a 7th so far. James Waite will now be the championship leader. Need to get points verified by the end of the meeting, but as the meeting goes on, I try and work out the points as we go along, and it is so close in here. But Isaac Smith with the disqualification in race number 1 will have lost the lead of the championship. We also, as I mentioned earlier on in the programme, have the drop scores to contend with as Sam Watkins comes under pressure now, and on the inside line that's James Waite going through into second position. Super move by James Waite, and if he goes away with the championship lead from here, that will be why. Passes the Pembrey double winner, does James Waite. James still looking for that breakthrough win. He's been very consistent. If you were to look at his run of results coming into the meeting, and I spoke about Isaac Smith's run as John Cooper goes up the inside line of Joel Reiter, but slows, jinks over to the right-hand side of the track, and cars passing him, and very sadly, the Simply Car Sales Z-Tech S looks like a retirement for him. Sadly, a 6th retirement of the year. That is not what we're used to seeing, or indeed want to see, from the 88 car. John Cooper, a very capable and fast driver, and just not having the reliability this year, by the look of it. Sam Watkins in 3rd place, and ahead of him James Waite, whom I was talking about, has had an impressive run of results coming here. 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd and 5th, his sequence of results. Probably in any other championship, that will be enough for a championship lead. But remember, it was Isaac Smith with 3rd, 1st, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, who led the standings by 30 points. But it's James Waite, championship leader, now in 2nd, and that's what you have to do. You have to be as near to the front as you can. It's not necessarily these days all about the number of race wins. Sure, James Waite would absolutely love to grab a win, and he's going to work hard here to try and close down on David Nye. But points are the key thing championship-wise. So it's Nye leading from James Waite. Sam Watkins is there in 3rd. Jamie Going was chastised by the clerk of the course as well after race number 2, And I tell you that just to let you know that the clerk always is thinking about the safety of all the drivers. They keep a keen eye on what goes on circuit to make sure things are policed. I've seen many drivers try to argue with the clerk over the year, and it's like football. You never win an argument with the referee or the clerks, and it might not always be right, but you can't win the argument with them. Isaac Smith trying to work his way through the field. Now look at this, because Ryan Falconbridge is back ahead of him. So these two having another great race. Up ahead of them is 54 Jake Dawson, but Isaac Smith and Ryan Falconbridge, be interesting to get the dynamic between the two perhaps after the race if we can. And Falconbridge looks on the inside line of Dawson, then has a look on the outside. There's not realistically anywhere to pass on that little run down out of the old hairpin down into Barn corner, but if you get momentum out of Barn you can come through now. But this is going to convert to the outside line as they go into Coppice, which is turn 1 on the last lap, which is still led by David Nye. So Falconbridge challenging for 5th place. There is David Nye still out front, the white and red car. James Waite in red in 17 is second. Sam Watkins still third, but it's the Daniels Motorsport car that looks like he's going to take a double here, and this will undoubtedly improve his championship position from 7th, because in this one we haven't got Zachary Lucas, who was 6th in the table ahead of him. Alistair Kellett was ahead of him as well. He's not out there. Jamie Going is. So the points are going to be very interesting as we head to Snetterton, bank holiday weekend, and Nye looking pretty good here. It will be 3 appearances on the podium out of 3, with that 3rd place in race number 1, and then a brace of wins to wrap things up. You've still got to bring the car home, but it's not missed a beat as far as I'm concerned all weekend. The DW Nye car looking resplendent at the moment ahead of James Waite, who also has had a good weekend. So into and out of Barn corner for the last time here at Cadwell Park. Downhill, the checkered flag, the reward for these two. David Nye is going to take the win by just over half a second from James Waite. Sam Watkins is there in 3rd. Jamie Going still running in 4th place, the white Jam Sport car. Confirmation of our top 4, Nye, Waite, Watkins and Going. Jake Dawson holds on for 5th from Isaac Smith, then Ryan Falconbridge 7th. Robert Stevens in 8th from John Cooper. Marco Ricci completing the finishes. And it was fastest lap for race winner David Nye.
David, well done on your win. Is the hat look to try and appeal with the youth?
Keep forgetting which way we're going here. It was a good race, good start, and I left my window down. I was wondering why it's so slow along the back straight, but I did it up, and yeah, we managed to make a gap and pull away.
So 2 wins this weekend. It's not bad.
Yeah, I've had a rubbish start to the season, but now we're on form, so yeah, we're away.
Brilliant. Well, we look forward to seeing you next time out. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
James, 3 second places from the weekend. Just weren't quite able to catch Dave there.
No, it's amazing points to the weekend, which I'm really pleased about. And as you say, Dave was just too quick this weekend. I just want to thank Jamsport, amazing team, done a great job this weekend. I can't thank them enough.
Brilliant. We look forward to seeing you next time out, and hopefully on the top step.
Yeah, we hope so. Thank you.